Hi, this is Gopal Kamath and I'm from getyourrestaurant.com, and thank you so much for downloading that free report which I gave you. And today I'm going to give you a brief idea about the restaurant industry and who should actually think of opening a restaurant. So restaurant industry, as I had explained to you, is one of the most successful industries if you do the right way the business. But there are some things which you need to know if you want to enter into the restaurant industry. So make sure that you take down some notes when I'm trying to give you this brief idea about the restaurant business, because the notes will be very useful for you. Switch off all your mobiles, your WhatsApp, or all the things which are going to divert, because this can be one of the most important videos in your life. So the first thing which I want you to focus on, which I think a person needs if he wants to open a restaurant, is but obvious. It is the capital. It is the capital which you need in order to open your restaurant. So depending on what kind of a concept you are planning, you will need capital. So if you are in a position where you are working for some company, you have strict limited resources, I would suggest not to go for this business. The reason is this business will require capital, and you see, if you are working and if you are facing day-to-day cash crunch and all, this might not be the right time for you to come into this business. Of course, you can think of this business down the line in the future, but now might not be the right time for you to come into the restaurant business. You can plan ahead, you can start saving, you can apply for additional finance, that is down the line. But if you are in that situation, I would certainly not suggest you to do. The second most important point, if you need to come into the restaurant industry, is you should at least little bit be interested in the food part. So this is the first one. Second is, you should be interested in food. What I mean by that is, the restaurant industry is 99.9% focused on food. So if you are not interested in the food aspect of the business, this can slowly start becoming boring for you. So make sure you think of that. I assume that most of the people do love food, because then I am a totally foodie myself, so I live to eat food. So that's why you can see from my health also. But this is another important aspect, because I have seen a lot of times people open the restaurant and they are not used to that food aspect. They use food just to, they like the food just to live, they are not that interested. So this slowly tends to become boring for them. So that is one of the most important points. The third thing which I want to point is, you should be able to be a little socializing amongst your friends or amongst the guests. So socializing is an important aspect. The reason is, you are going to get guests, every customers or whatever they call. Most of the time, hospitality industry, it is called as guests. So your guests will come, they will interact with you. If you are there in the business, you will need to talk to them. So if you don't like that aspects, restaurant industry might not be the thing for you. The fourth and the second last important thing, which is that you need to work with people, your staff, your vendors. So you will need to be very good as far as talking with, you don't need to be exclusively extraordinary with your people aspect, but you should have a little bit of people skills. And the main important, the last but not the least, the main important thing is, you should have patience. This business will take some time to pick up. It is not like your share trading, or if you're trading, or it is not a lottery system. So if you don't have patience, you will not survive in this business. You need to have patience when you start the business. You will need to give it some time to pick up. People are not going to get a dream that you have opened a restaurant on the first night. So you will need to have a little bit patience. So these are the 5 things which I think most of the people should have if you want to open your own restaurant. But these are critical. Make sure that you think about these while opening your restaurant, and in the next video I will tell you what are the exact steps which you need to think about when you want to open your own restaurant. Thank you so much.